It strikes me as very entertaining and rather interesting that this year is one of the few years in the calendar where the Orthodox, the Catholics, and Muslims will all be fasting at the same sort of time in various forms. So, as we approach Easter in 2025, we find ourselves in this rare alignment of calendars. For the first time since 2017, both the Eastern and the Western Christians will celebrate the resurrection, Easter, on the same date. And this convergence offers a unique opportunity to reflect on the histories of the traditions of Lent, of Shrove Tuesday, Clean Monday, these key markers in the Christian liturgical calendar that highlight the preparation for Easter in both traditions. As Muslims, I think in Turkey now it's the third day of Ramadan. And Lent, derived from the Old English Lenten, meaning spring, is the 40-day period of fasting, penance, and reflection leading up to Easter. Its duration is inspired by the 40 days Christ spent fasting in the wilderness, and the practice of Lent emerged in the early church, formalized in the First Council of Nicaea in 325, whose anniversary is being kept this year. And there were plans for the Pope to come to Nicaea, just down the road from Istanbul, to celebrate that anniversary, the Council of Nicaea, which gives us the Nicene Creed. But differences in the calculation between the Julian and the Gregorian calendars have led to a divergent observance between the dates of Easter in the Eastern churches and the Western Christian traditions. And Lent is time for purification and self-discipline, but its approach varies between the traditions. In the Western Church, Lent begins on Ash Wednesday, while in the Eastern Church tradition, it commences on Clean Monday, yesterday. So it starts in the Eastern Church yesterday and in the Western Church tomorrow. Shrove Tuesday today, which is known as Pancake Day in many English-speaking countries, is the final day before Lent in Western Christianity. And the term Shrove comes from the Old English shriven, which means to confess and to receive absolution. And historically, it was the day of both spiritual preparation and practical necessity, as Christians confessed their sins and used up perishable ingredients before the fasting season, when eggs would be out of favour. And the culinary traditions associated with Shrove Tuesday are widely recognised. The UK enjoys pancakes, France celebrates with crêpes, Poland indulges with filled donuts, and Sweden serves almond-filled buns. I like the Swedish version. In many cultures, Shrove Tuesday is synonymous with Mardi Gras, the French for Fat Tuesday, an exuberant carnival marking the last feast before the austerity of Lent. In England, there's pancake races, particularly in Olney, where participants must toss pancakes while running, exemplifying the enduring and often whimsical nature of these traditions. And this race goes back to 1445, so before the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, reflecting both the festive and the practical elements of Shrove Tuesday. In contrast, Eastern Orthodox Christians begin their Lenten journey with Clean Monday, Kathara Deftara, which falls on the Monday before the beginning of Lent, and the day marks the commencement of Great Lent, with an emphasis on purification, both spiritual and physical. It's called Clean Monday because it encourages a cleansing of sins, a fresh start to the Lenten holiday, the Lenten journey, and a cleaning of the kitchen. The customs of Clean Monday vary across Orthodox communities. A significant aspect is the stricter fast, where believers abstain from meat, dairy, and fish, with many observing a complete fast until Wednesday's Divine Liturgy. However, shellfish and mollusks, not considered meat in the Orthodox dietary law, are permitted, leading to elaborate seafood feasts during Lent. A special bread, lagana, an unleavened flatbread, is traditionally baked for the occasion, which I suppose comes very close, really, to the sort of tradition of pita in Islam during Ramadan. And a particularly charming custom is kite flying, practiced widely in Greece and Cyprus, and this symbolises the human soul striving to reach the divine, echoing the themes of renewal and purification inherent in the Lenten season. The rarity of a common Easter date for Western Eastern Christianity stems from the different methods used to calculate the feast. The First Ecumenical Council of Nicaea established that Easter should fall on the first Sunday after the first full moon following the spring equinox. But because of the adoption of the different calendars, the Julian calendar in Eastern Christianity and the Gregorian instituted by Gregory the Great in Western Christianity, Easter is typically observed on different dates. In 2025, however, these calculations align, creating a shared celebration. This provides an opportunity for unity for the first time since 2017, reminding Christians that despite historical divergences, the core message of Easter, the triumph of life over death, remains universal. But these moments of convergence are going to get fewer and further apart. The Lent will get the Easter date will get further apart as the years roll on, and very soon there won't be any convergence at all. Lent, Shrove Tuesday, and Clean Monday, while distinct in their expression, serve a common purpose of preparing believers for the joy of Easter, and whether through pancakes, seafood feasts, or solemn fasting, these traditions reflect the diversity and the depth of Christian observance. And I'm always mindful of St. John Chrysostom's idea that it doesn't matter when you prepare for the feast, you are welcome. You may have prepared for 40 days, you may have prepared for 1 week, you may have prepared just for a few hours, but you are all welcome. And that is one of the points made in the St. John Chrysostom sermon, which is delivered generally as part of the Easter Saturday service. The convergence of Easter this year offers a moment of ecumenical reflection, a chance to recognize shared faith and embrace both historical traditions and contemporary expressions of devotion. So whether you're flipping pancakes, flying kites, engaging in fasting and prayer, this year's journey to Easter provides a unique occasion to celebrate the rich tapestry of religious tradition. May it be a time of renewal, reflection, and of aspiring unity.